Hi everyone, Skillshot 99 Gaming. This is Playdead Live Crossfire, MIR versus ARC, and this was a noon announcement match, and ARC did officially announce that it was going to be Red Wedding. So we've got MIR on the road tonight, and they've got two players that will get to use double legendaries. Then we got ARC at home. They have three players they picked that'll get to use two legendaries, so gives them a nice legendary advantage. MIR against the odds tonight, Red Wedding, you're like that, but one thing about MIR, we know they come out ready to fight, ready to compete. This is going to be a epic contest tonight. Before we get started, how about a super chat shout out? I see Bones in the house. Good luck, MIR and ARC. We got Valar in the house. Hello, 99 Army. Kills Great Mods. Channel members, PDL sponsors, trivia, bundle, burn coin. Did you guys have a crazy good week last week? We did so many things last week. We did the Black Friday event. We had the finale of Castle of Gavel. We had an amazing box event, and you know what? It's anytime there's a box event and all these, it is a little bit of a challenge because there's going to be new items played tonight, a little bit of craziness that you got to get used to, but we'll certainly we'll try to figure it out. That's what we do. We made some great announcements today. Hopefully the leaders linked all the events we have coming up into your guild chats. So whether it's a big announcement today, is we're going to have the Battle Royale on a prime time Wednesday night. That's really cool. So all you guys get a chance to hopefully jump in, play some Battle Royale, try for that Grand Championship. And then we've got inventory coming up and portal tests coming up this week. Huge Saturday for us. And then the following Saturday, we got pet battles, final pet battle of the year of the regular season circuit. And then the week after that, we got the Pet Battle Grand Championship. And then the week after that, we got a holiday Boxel event. So you know what? Wintertime is crazy busy for us. It's a lot of fun. And we did also make the announcement that the first ever Kills Cup Challenge mid-season tournament is going to be in the middle of January. So these games you're playing for are definitely to bump you up in the rankings. So speaking of rankings, here's what we got, everybody. We've got ARC having a great season. Not going to lie about that. They have been out of the gates 16-8. They're a tough squad. But the one thing I want you guys to keep in mind, even though MIR is 12-12, they're at 500. Look at MIR's point differential. MIR still with a 2,400 point differential. So pretty impressive stuff. Vox right there at 12-13. Vox has been hot lately, right on the heels of MIR. And Sly got off to a bad start, but Sly is right there as well, one of the hotter teams in the league. They're winning, chipping away, and right back in to make a run either toward the end of the first half or in the second half. You can see Wednesday night, we got another choice match Wednesday night. Vox will be making that choice at noon, but I started the calendar with December, so you can see the whole December schedule. This is all the matches, so some of you guys are going to have a week off, a week and a half off, so it's pretty cool with all the events we got in. But first week of December, we got double Red Weddings, the 4th and the 6th. Then the 11th, we got that ARC MIR makeup match. Then the 13th is when we have the Battle Royale. And then we got the 18th and the 20th, and then the following week is Christmas. And then we come back on Wednesday after Christmas. So it's a pretty light month for us, but still a lot of fun. So let's take it over and show you guys something. One of the reasons that we play is for the scoring. Now, because we're doing longer seasons, I haven't decided on this yet, so don't hold me to it because we do have Castle Strikes. We got a lot of things coming up. But the Max Awards are big. It is possible. I don't know if we can do it this year, but maybe in the future. Since we have the Max Awards and we have longer seasons, we might do a MIDI award and do like a small mid-season acknowledgement of some of where we stand. So I'm not ready to do it yet, but it's just something to have in mind that because we'll have mid-season tournaments, regular season, we might do like a MIDI or a mid-season just acknowledgement of some of the leaders and just give out a few small awards to set it up for the in-season awards. So we could have a MIDI and then the Max Awards. See how cool that would be? All right, take a look at these leaders. We got Dow and Valar running the show with gold bars. Then we go over to DC. DZ right now, it is JJ and Crimson's game. Get down to the Range Rover. Those feathers, look at Julia and Dimes neck and neck. Submarines, JJ and Cat. Cannonball, Justice and Craven. Dow not too far behind. And then the Orb, Justice and B-Dub, number 1 and number 2. Take it over to the Ace Award. Animal and Shaman Sheila, but Samurai right there behind her. Ruffled Feather. Father Ron getting those ruffled feathers through surrender, killing blows. Ron's got 7 of them. Pope and Villar, a little ways behind. Ron also top of leaderboard in the Stealth Bomber. JJ right behind him. Ron with the Surrender Award. Ron with the, not the Watchtower, Ron. That's Craven and JJ. Go to the Torch Award. We got Crimson and Craven. The Vehicle Theft is Ron with 3. And the Bullseye, Craven Light and Kel. A lot of Father Rons up there. So, you know, I'm just going to say, if Vox makes a little bit of run, Ron will probably get some consideration for MVP again because he's on a lot of lists. He's doing a lot of things. But we're not here to talk about Ron tonight. We got a big match between MIR and Arc. But since I did bring him up, Ron, what time is it? Will you tell him? We tell him what time it is? It's roll time, baby. See how I led that into Ron? And since it is roll time, if you are from Sly, if you are from Vox, you want to get in this die roll because I'm going to tell you, the hype around the last box event, you're going to want to be in the box events. You're either going to want to buy the boxes, win the boxes, get the packs, all of those. You know, we gave away boxes with Gavel's Gauntlet. So we'll have a great event with the Awakening. So winning these packs, you guys know there's some good Wicked items coming up. Wicked is going to be the new thing. Here we go. I see we got a lot of people participating tonight. I love it. Love it. Get these die rolls out there. We like giving away stuff. Let's refresh it. All right, here we go. Die roll is number 14. Oh, look. Yeah, I see you guys picking 13 because 13, J-Law and Craven. 13 came up the last couple weeks, and they both picked it. This time it's 14. Here we go. Let's roll it again. How about 15? Nope. No 15 either. Ron's like, I'm just going to hold out until my number comes up. We'll try it again. Number 13. Oh, there it is. There it is. J-Law and Craven. You know what? We're giving away a pack to each of them tonight. They wrote it out. Nicely done. Kel, let's log J-Law and Craven Light getting those packs on the board, making us pay double tonight. All right. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. You know what? I know. Can you guys do me a favor, though? There's no bundle tonight, so can you guys at least go like, can you show me you're a little sad that we don't have a bundle? I mean, it does feel a little empty, right? But we got a lot of new items. We had a lot of products, so I thought it'd be best. Let's take tonight off from the bundle and the gear. We'll get you guys hooked up Wednesday night. We'll be back. We're going to bring your bundle back. But you guys got so many things over the weekend, so we'll hook you guys up with your gear. And plus, it not doing 2 bundles this week gives me a little bit of a break with inventory this week. So we'll do one on Wednesday, and it's going to be the last one before inventory. All right. So you know what? Since all of you guys participated and just humored me and said, damn it, oh, bummer, I'm going to give all you guys a free loader. How about a free loader pack for everybody in the stream right now that types 999. Kel, you're going to need to screenshot this one because I got a feeling we're going to get more 999s than we got disappointment from the bundle. How about that? For you guys being here tonight, for you guys playing, we're going to give you a free loader bundle. All right. Awesome. Awesome. So we'll add that to this week's inventory. And make sure you guys got plenty of loaders to throw, especially with Grizzly out there. I mean, Grizzly's burning 10. 1 grizzly is 10 loaders. So, yeah. JJ's like, I'm trying to type my buffs, and he keeps wanting to give stuff away to me. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead, type your buffs. All right, let's get down to business, everybody. We're gonna have a fast match tonight, I think, because these guys play fast. We always get off to good starts, and you never know. It could be some trickery that people do sometimes. That sometimes speeds the matchup. I don't know what they're going to do, but I mean, we've seen people steal things and disable things and do things, and sometimes it makes the match faster. All right, but if you are starting tonight, if you are Julia, Valar, Jim, Dow, JJ, B-Dub, Kel, Samurai, the Great Eight starting tonight, give me your pre-match buffs right now. All right, we got B-Dub, and take a look, see what the Eli is on. All right, we got B-Dub. We got Julia. We got JJ. Got Kel in the house. Mr. Freeze, Valar, Gemstone. And Samurai. We are good to go. There you go. There's tonight's starting 8. Now remember, timers are not challengeable. Last match we had was decided, in my mind, by timers. Timers and nerfs. Probably the first time we've had a game that the speed of the game did come into play. So I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just telling you, it does matter. When teams are playing about the same speed, it usually doesn't. One team wins by 20 or 30. But if there's a huge, huge difference, it can make a difference in how hard you hit. It can also make a difference in how many points you score. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I'm going to take you down to the Arc Alps. And tonight's starting lineup is as follows. We're going to start out going first for Team Arc. We got Valar in the DZ. After Valar in the tank zone and choosing the battleship, sieging and a red vest is Kel. We take it back over to Team Arc. Going second for Arc, third overall. It's going to be Gemstone. Jim is challenging tonight and also sieging and a red vest. After Jim, we got Samurai. Samurai in the Rover zone tonight. Rover Riley. Boom! We get to see it. Rover Riley in the house. After Rover Riley, we got the assassin, Julia Muse. She is in the Rover zone. She is captaining tonight and also a red vest. After Julia, we got B-Dub. B-Dub is the captain, and she is in the bomber zone. B-Dub's going to be followed by Dow. Dow is a red vest. He is in the tank zone. They have chosen the tank. And going last is going to be JJ from the DZ. She is challenging. And she's also wearing a red vest. I have got exactly 8:30. That means we're going to kick it over to Valar. Valar, you got a 20-second timer starting right now. Timers are not forgivable. Go. Don't want to hear, I was late getting my moves because I was saving lives. I know. I know what you do. I appreciate what you do. But if you're late, you're getting a big X. Timer's up. Nerf timer incoming. She did beat both. All right, Valar. First play ever of Wicked Boss. Wicked Boss does not give her any more points. But it also does not deduct any points. Someone leave in chat and tell me why Wicked Boss does not deduct 50 points from MIR's boss cap. Because they don't have a boss out. All right, so Wicked Boss is out. Valar playing boss in 1, will cap in 3. Holy Avenger to the wall. That means there can be No negative effects put on this wall. So MIR, if you try to do something sneaky to this one wall, only this one, you can't. Okay? No sneakiness on this wall because of the Holy Avenger. Gonna steal Bonnie's mag. Oh boy. Stealing mags from B-Dub. Gonna go Flourish Wand and Absorption. All right, let's get a green wand. Let's also put Absorption right there. Max Seal to Julia. Denim and Mass Destruction 2. All right, B-Dub. Wicked Boss, Holy Avenger, Steel Mags, Wand, Absorption, Seal, Grenade, and Mass Destruction. All good moves. And let's put out that flame. And did do it all within the timer. Barely. All right, we're going to kick it over to Kel. Kel, 20-second timer for you. Kel beating the timer. Thank you for that. Super fast tonight. All right, she's going to jump into Battleship. Let's give Kel a cannonball. First cannonball of the night. 25 points for Team MIR. Going to go to their bomber zone. Drop Seal, Elmo to the Watchtower with Mass Destruction. Seal is good. Elmo, let's give him 10 points for the Elmo. Getting on the board. And let's light up that first Watchtower. All right, Battleship. Gets Cannonball. Moves to their bomber zone. Boss to their chest. Kel playing boss in 1 would cap in 3. Seal, Elmo, Watchtower, all good. Let's kick it over to Gemstone, 20-second timer, Gem. Gem easily beats the timer. Gem's going to go diagonal all the way to their bomber zone. Movement is good. Going to play Masar. We'll get a die roll. Dark Boss to their chest with a Seal. Gem playing Dark Boss in 1. Would cap in 3. Could be worth a bonus 25. And she is playing Mosara. Mosara is going to 12-sided die roll. 1 to 7 will be a hinder in that round if MIR, if she gets between a 1 and a 7. All right, 12-sider. Let's roll it. It is a 2. MIR, round number 2. Your entire team will have a -1 hinder. Masara doing what Masara does. -1 across the board for Team MIR next round. Enrage Elmo to the Watchtower with Mass Destruction, B-Dub. Movement, War Dragon. Nitro is not needed for vehicles. Only needed for ghost vehicles. Enraged Elmo does hit. All right. Movement, Pet, Boss, Seal, Enrage, Mass Destruction. Julia playing Chromica, grabbing a free 10. All good, all within the timer. Kick it over to Rover Riley. 20 seconds, Riley. Timer's up. Nerf timing and timer incoming. She beats both. So she did beat the timer. She's going to get into Rover. Grabbing a tire. We now have a tire and a cannonball. Going to go to the temple steps. Mythic Kang to the boss with a seal. Cadet to the temple. Mythic Kang over to Kel's boss. Possible 63. And Mass Destruction 2. Got 4 for each team. Rover's good. Steps are good. Kang is good. Seal is good. Cadet is also good. And Samurai, very good player as well. All right, let's go over to Julia. 20-second timer to the Assassin. Got Julia, B-Dub, Dow, and JJ. Julia easily beating the timer. Going to start out with a Sleet Wand. Sleet Wand's going to take Ice Wands out of play. Also going to freeze Mirror's wall. Top block. Colossal Kang to Main Street. Colossal Kang could be worth 83. Going to go Xysis to Kel. Kel cannot play War Dragons this game. Julia playing her War Dragon, taking Kel's War Dragon out of the mix for this game. Going to play Max Seal over to Valar. A little bit of seal swap in there. Jump into Rover, go to Temple Steps. Julia jumping into Rover. Moving over to the Temple Steps. Let's give Julia a tire. It's got a tire for Team Arc. H9 Rapture loaded to the wall with Mass Destruction. All right, Sleet Wand is good. Colossal Kang is good. War Dragon is good. Max Seal to Valar. In the Rover to the Temple Steps. Getting the tire. H9 Rapture loaded. B-Dub says, I'm not having it. She's going to go Gold Blue. Gold Blue will break Julia's gear absorption. Julia's going to use her absorption ability. May or may not be a good move. Remember, gear absorption drops off after round 1. She's going to keep her gear absorption, and she's going to use the activation. But that will fall off at the end of the round. All right, let's go over to B-Dub from the Bomber Zone. 20-second timer, B-Dub. Timer's up. Nerf timer incoming. Beat the Nerf timer, so she only missed the regular timer. B-Dub going Dandy to their Bomber Zone. All right, we got Dandy in play. All right, Vines to Julia. Oh, several things here. Sudden shock. Sudden shock will break Julia's gear absorption. This is why she did it. So guess it was a smart move. So gear absorption gone. Vines is going to break her seal. And going to hit her for 10. Taking Julia down to 90. And ejection bomb from B-Dub. And detonate. Going to play the first Marty of the game. Julia burning Marty to get rid of the bomb. So good moves by both teams. All right, it's going to be a Dark Marty. I don't think. Is there. You guys want to help me here? All right, can you guys hear me? Yeah, there is no such thing as a Dark Marty. All right, give me a 999. I'm going to play regular Marty, and I'm going to give Ark a delay of game warning. You guys got to know your items. There is a lost Marty, but that's a 2 to 3 minute delay that we have in the game. So that's your first delay of game warning. The next one is a penalty. All right. So regular Marty is going to disarm the bomb. So back to B-Dub's turn. Dandy is good. Ejection bomb. Regular Marty's played. Vines, sudden shock. All of the above. All right, let's go to Dow. Dow, 20-second timer. Over to you. All right, Dow easily beats the timer. Going to jump into tank. Cannonball for Dow. Thank you for that. We now have cannonballs and tires for both teams. Going to move to the temple steps. So you are third in line. Mythic Kang to Main Street. Dow playing Mythic Kang, could be worth 63. E3 Snowstorm with his tank vest, which will double the grenade damage. Mass Destruction 2. Trio, B-Dub, you cannot use. Max Spark, H9, or Torment Smoke. That's Dow's legendary, one of his two. And let me know if the E3 Snowstorm hits. She says, wait. All right, gets in the tank, he moves. Mythic Kang is good. Grenade, and it's going to double the damage of the Snowstorm. He's also in the tank, which will give him an E1, so it'll make it a E4. Gold blue from Kel. Second blue of the game. That blue is going to hit Dow and is going to get rid of his gear absorption. So he takes no damage from it. And final move of round number 1 is going to be JJ. 20-second timer, JJ. Arc putting a little pressure on. MIR burning blues early. JJ beats the timer easily. Thank you for that. Mythic Kang to their boss. Possible 63 from JJ. Going to drop a pet repel. E1 Elmo to the wall. Let's give him the Elmo points. Give him the mass destruction. And let's light another watchtower. Let's get watchtower number 2 lit up. All right, that is the end of round number 1. End of round number 1. I got a blessing for Samurai. We'll move Julia into the temple. Get a blessing for Julia. Dow staying on the stairs. We'll give a halo to JJ. Give a halo to Valar. We're going to dim this Bomber Dragonstone. We're going to dim the MIR Dragonstone. In the temple, we got Julia and Riley. DZ, 25-25. Strawman, 0-0. We've given out the halos, everything else. We are good to go. We're going to move on to round number 2. Nice quick round. Keep it up, everybody. We're going to go to Valar. Valar, 20-second timer starting now. Timer's up. Beat the timer. Thank you for that. Mythic Kang to Main Street. Dragon Smoke. All right, Mythic Kang is good. Valar playing Mythic Kang could be worth 63. Dragon Smoke is absorbed by Dandy. B-Dub with the Dandy play, so Dragon Smoke does not work. Going to render Kel. Kel sacrifice 2 scoring pets. Keep in mind there are 7. Now, 7 scoring pets. I'll read them out one time. You should have a list of these. Gideon, Orbital, Cinder, Watcher, Kang, Cinco, and Giblet. Giblet is the 7th scoring pet we just added. B-Dub, let me know if the E2 Elmo hits. And Kel, you give me those 2 pets. Cinder and Cinco are out the door. Elmo does hit the Watchtower. Watchtowers are now 2-2. Elmos are 2-2 as well. And that is a good challenge, Jim. Dow did not get a seal. You're good? Yep. I did not give Dow a seal, so thank you for that. All right, we got Mythic Kang, Dragon Smoke, E2 Elmo, Watchtower, and Render. All good. Kel, we're going to kick it over to you. 20-second timer from the boat. We got Kel, Jim, Samurai, Julia, B-Dub, Dow, and JJ. Beats the timer. Thank you for that. Kel's going to move up the coast. Going to move to their DZ. All right, Kel moving up the coast to their DZ. She's going to swap out her boat for a ghost ship. Going to play Dragon Smoke, Nitrous, Inferno to Strawman, and Hinder Julia. All good moves. All right, Ghost Ship is immediately going to dim and shatter that blue stone. Kel getting a bullseye. $25-point bullseye for Kel, dimming the stone. It does hit. All right, so we're going to Dragon Smoke mirrors. So we're going to light that one back up. That's untouchable. Arc now has a Dragon Smoke and a Shattered Stone. We're going to light the first Straw Man. When Kel lights the Straw Man, she's also taken the damage, which is going to break her seal. Movement, Pet, Dragon Smoke, Nitrous is a requirement the first time you use a Ghost vehicle. Inferno and Hinder, all good. Good moves. All right, let's kick it over to Gemstone from their Bomber Zone. You guys are playing sharp tonight. Keep it up. 20 seconds, Gem. Jim beats the timer. Jim is going to move to their O-Zone. Is a little bit of a haul. We will see if there's a penalty for it. There is not, based on the move she did. Dragon Smoke is good. Mythic Kang to her boss. One second. All right, Mythic Kang could be worth 63. It does hit. So let's hinder Kel. Kel now has a permanent -1. Remember, everybody from MIR has a -1 this round. Not permanent, but they get it this round. Kel actually has now a -1. It's going to carry over until round 7. F4 Elmo to the wall. Another Elmo in play. Let's light Watchtower number 3. 3 Watchtowers for Team Arc. Movement's good. Mythic Kang is good. F4 Elmo to the Watchtower and Hinder is good. And the Dragon Smoke is going to light the Bomber one. Bomber Dragonstone lit back up. All within the timer. Let's go to the Temple and Samurai. 20-second Samurai. Easily beats the timer. Thank you, Riley. We're going to move to the DZ. Easy, short little drive there to our own DZ. Gold Gideon. Gold Gideon's looking like a -24 for Arc. A little bit of Pet Repel. Hinder Julia. Julia now has a -2. F5 Trixie to 2 of the Kangs. One's a Colossal. I might have said 83 with that Colossal. If I did, I meant 73. That would be my bad. So to the Colossal and to a Mythic. Let's give her a Pet Repel. All right, so you got gold and red Tanners coming out. All right, movement's good. Gold Gideon is good. Pet Repel, F5 Trixie. Gold Tanner. Now, you did say Gold Tanner first. So, the Gold Tanner deals 20% damage, but that's going to break her seal. The red Tanner is going to hit, and that's going to deal 10 points to her. So Riley at 90. All right, let's go from Samurai over to Julia. Julia has the Vines and a couple of Hinders. 20-second timer, Julia. All right, Vine's going to tick on Julia. It's going to take her down to 80% health. She's going to play Red Watcher. Red Watcher is going to require that to be an F5. Red Watcher is also going to give Julia 10 points. She's going to move to the tank zone. Going to put Vial on B-Dub. F5 Elmo to the wall. And going to render, so B-Dub's going to sacrifice 2 pets. The Vial on B-Dub's going to take her down to 90. We got Riley at 90. We got B-Dub at 90. We got Julia at 80. F5 Elmo to the wall. It's going to be the 4th for Team Arc. So I can take that one down, move that one to the side, and we have 4 watchtowers lit. B-Dub going to get rid of Cinder and Orbital. All right, Watcher's good, movement's good, Vial Smoke's good, F5 Elmo is good. She gets the points for the Watchtower. Well, she gets the Watchtower. She gets the points later. Gets the points for the Elmo, and then the render has been satisfied. So Kel and B-Dub both rendered so far. Let's go to B-Dub, 20-second timer. Got B-Dub, Dow, and JJ. B-Dub easily beats the timer. Thank you for that. She's going to slide on down. And she is vialed. Going to go into the temple. Going to go Mythic Kang to their boss. Mythic Kang, if it caps, will be another 63. A little bit of Dust Smoke to Julia. Vines, Dust, and Hindered. All right, I got Julia at a -3 Hinder. The max is -4 with Hinder. And S6 Trixie to Main Street Kangs. So we got a 73 and a 63 up there. Let me back up to Julia's. No, you didn't, because I did that as a watchtower. So I'm going to back that up. All right? Now I'll get to that in 1 second. All right, we'll resolve this move first. All right. Couple of things here. It's minor, but it's second time we've done it. I'm missing things too. But Valar does not have Ignitio. Okay, so if you guys are going to use a Crypt Dragon, you got to give me the right one. But I'll get back to that in a second. All right, Mythic Blue for the Colossal. Dow with a Mythic Blue. All right, so Julia, one is going to die. You're going to save one, correct? All right, we'll start with that. All right, I'm killing one off, which is a 63 point. We're going to save the other one. B-Dub, you got a... And I also need Valar to type that. You can't play Valar's Crypt Dragons for her. So if you type it, she's got to use it. Which is probably why we put Valar Ignitio. So Valar has to type, you can put it in there, but she has to confirm it. All right, B-Dub, I got a Mythic Blue coming back at you. It's going to be 30 points of damage. All right, so B-Dub's going to hit. We're taking B-Dub down to 60 from the Mythic. All right, so to resolve her move, she moved to the temple. Mythic Kang is good. Dust is good. Trixie resolved. Now, she played the Dust on Julia after Julia's attack. So let me back up now and show you what happened, okay? They had 3 watchtowers lit. I read it. I gave them the watchtower. The attack was not to the watchtower. And B-Dub did confirm it hit. It was an F5 Elmo to the wall. All right, so the F5 Elmo, the damage is going to resolve to the wall. Now, if Valar's, it does hit. If Valar's here, she could type that, but I don't think she's here. So I can't give you the Intaglio bonus onto it. She would have to confirm that. So you get the F5 Elmo damage with your mass destruction. It's a good challenge by Jim for getting the wall resolution because I missed that. Black block, green block after the mass destruction. Valar is there for the Intaglio. All right. Black block, green block, 15%. Extra carryover. 85% green block remaining. All right, and if you guys are lost, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Julia played the Watcher, the Movement, the Vial, everything. She did F5 Elmo to the wall with Render. I did the Watchtower We called it a turn later. I resolved the damage. Villar put Intaglio. Damage is good. We'd already played out Bonnie's turn as well. And Julia was not under the effect. But she was under the effect of one hinder. So I do need to back that out. So no 85 damage. You actually carried over 5% damage. Add Villar's Intaglio, deduct the hinder. Julia had one hinder coming into the round, two hinder coming into the round. Scratch that. She's got 3. No 85 damage. You just have 2 green blocks. Julia's hinder is balanced out by Villar's Intaglio. They're a wash. The reason I didn't calculate the hinder to begin with is because I thought she was hitting the watchtower and it would not have factored. But because she hit the wall, F5, -2 for the hinder, +2 for the Intaglio. It is exactly what I gave her before we added the Intaglio. So we are back. Let's go over to Dow. Dow, 20-second timer to you. Dow beats the timer. Dow is going to move into the temple beside B-Dub. He is in a tank. Send a Max Seal over to Julia. Julia has Vines, Max Seal, and Dust Smoke. Going to render Bonnie. Bonnie, get rid of 2 more pets when you get a chance. They're going to summon Watcher to the wall. That is going to make that a S6 requirement. It boosted up 1 each time that wall is hit. Dow is going to get 5 points for the Watcher. F4 Elmo loaded to the wall. All right. Moves to the temple. Max Seal is good. Render to get rid of 2 more Bonnie's pets. H4 Elmo with mass destruction. We'll find out if it hits. And the Watcher is good as well. All right, Cinder and Watcher. That's 4 B-Dub's pets that are out of play. And B-Dub, how do you feel about the H4 Elmo with mass destruction? You saw what an H5 did, so you have a pretty good idea. All right, let's give him the Elmo. And again, this is not to the tower. It is to the wall. It is a fresh wall, and it is going to get a full green block. Not going to quite hit as hard as the other one, but does have the mass destruction like the other one did, and is going to give you 75% of a blue block. So you got 25 blue remaining. So 2 1/4. Movement, Seal, Render, Elmo, Summon, Watcher, making things difficult up on that wall. All right, final move of round number 2. JJ, you're up. Timer is up. Man, Jim is on it tonight. That's a great challenge. No, it was not. That is a great challenge. I'm going to get back on track here in a second. B-Dub, that would have been a S6. Let me know if that changes, whether or not you want that to hit. It will hit for a little bit more. What is an LSW? You got me on that one. I have no idea what that is. Lost Soul? It's legendary, right? Is it the Lost Soul Well? I think it's the Lost Soul Well. I'm guessing. We'll test my PDL knowledge here, right? Yeah. MIR, if you guys could NUUA for me, that would be great, please. Cast on enemy boss, receive 25% of all points and all Kangs there. Kel, can you make sure that you have your team NUUA? All right. Oh, you don't know what that means? Not use unknown abbreviations. I don't know what it means either. So I have to stop and look for it. Exactly. See what I mean? I can make up any 3 letters, but I don't have all this stuff committed to memory. All right. Lost Soul Well to Main Street Boss. Dandy to their DZ. All right, so I'm going to put Dandy over here. All right, that could be a lot of points, by the way. So 25% of all of that. It's a great move by JJ. Abbreviation leaves a little to be desired, but the move itself pretty good. All right, so we got that. Dandy to their DZ. Let's give her a seal. S6 Elmo to the Watchtower. We're going to hinder Dow. All right, and this is to the Watchtower. Then that one you can definitely abbreviate. That one I know. So that's all good. And she does use the S6, so super smart to do that because she knows that one's always going to require it. All right, good stuff. So well, Dandy, seal, Elmo, give her the points for the Elmo and the hinder. And I got to make up for some lost time because I've missed a couple things. But I also have to go back and give Dow his 2 enrage. So Dow had a H4. I did not give him that. Should have been a 2. So that was 25% blue remaining. I'm going to carry over that 25% of the blue block. It takes the rest of that one down and gives him 20% of the next blue block. So it's going to be 80 blue remaining. So that's 2.8 remaining after his tank enrage. All right, having some fun here tonight. So keep it light, have a good time. Captains, do me a favor, give me your subs while I resolve it and see if I can stop making so many challengeable plays tonight. So I am going to give B-Dub a blessing. I'm going to give Dal a blessing. Strawman, I got Mir at 5, Arc at 0. JJ grabbing another Halo. 2 for Tuesday, and it's only Monday. She's ahead of the game. Valar, a second Halo. All right, we got Pope for Valar. Put the Pope in there, and we will keep in mind that Valar is leaving the game with a couple halos. Let's put those over there. B-Dub heading out. She's like, I don't care about no vile smoke. Peace out. Love it. Love it. All right. Let's move B-Dub out of the game. Out of the temple. Let's bring MPC back in the bomber zone. Order is going to be Pope, Kel, Jim, Samurai, Julia, MPC, Dow, and JJ. Also want to remind you guys the DZ was 25-25 that round. And before we get to Pope's move, we got to cap Valar's Wicked Boss, although it does only cap as a regular boss. And I've got a Colossal Kang and a regular Kang. So that's going to be a total of 136 going to Arc. And a 250-point cap. But the Lost Soul Well is going to give MIR, 1 second, $97 points, JJ. 97 for the LSW. All right, so let's cap that. Give them that. Give them that. First flag of the game. That's a heck of a legend right there, wasn't it? 97 points with those boosts on it. It's a good thing Jim put her boss on the other one so they couldn't stack it even more. MIR would have been getting as many points for the legend as they got for the cap. All right, let's go over to the Pope. Pope. Oh, hold on. Man, that's a good challenge too. Good call, JJ. Hold up. I'm going to give MIR 25, Arc 0. Kel is occupying underneath their bridge. That's a good challenge. So Riley and JJ have 1. Kel is on the other side, so she neutralizes them. But I'm also going to steal your Seal Smoke, JJ, and your Pet Repel for elevation. Just for that. Because she is in the DZ. I have to. Kel doesn't. Okay. Let's go to Pope. Pope did beat the timer. It's going to Cyborg Pac to Gemstone. That means she can play another boss if she chooses to. Their cyborgs out of play. He's also going to play boss to Main Street. Rebuild Dragonstone, Absorption, Seal, and Mass Destruction. All right. You guys are going to give me a second here because these are always tricky. All right, 1 second. All right, so the repair requires a Marty, and it does not count against his pet play. So the only way he can do that based on what he did is to burn his Marty. If you don't have a Marty, you can repair it, but that's all you can do. But because he played the boss, he already has the pet, he has to use the Marty in order to rebuild it. So I have to charge him that. It's not assumed. If you don't have a Marty, which they don't now, then the only way you can repair it is to use your move to repair it. Just want to be clear with that. All right, so he did repair it. He's fine with that. Did burn his Marty. Blue stone is back. A repaired stone cannot be reshattered. All right, so he's playing his boss in 3. We'll cap in 5. Rest of the move is fine. Because you gave up your attack phase. Marty is your attack phase. Cyborg, boss, repair Dragonstone, requires a Marty, takes your attack phase, and you didn't use an attack phase, so you're fine with that. You get absorption. You get a seal. And you get mass destruction too. Everything else is fine with the move. Yep. And thank you. Tammy, Tammy, you just typed exactly, it sent me exactly what I was looking for. So I'm glad I read the rule right, because Tammy just put it line for line. I should have just looked over and she sent it to me. All right. Well, at least we know we got it right? That's all that matters. Is we did it. Okay. All right, let's go over to Kel's turn. And to start a Kel's turn, before we get to her turn, her boss is going to cap. And I got 189 points of Kangs on top of it. So 189. Let's get those points over there. Flags are even, 1-1. All right. And let's see. Oh, come on, Cal. I was getting ready to give you the sneak move before I started the timer. All right, she did beat the timer. She's going to move to their O-zone. All right, she's under the O-zone. Julia's already under the effect of vines. So it doesn't stack, but vines will break her seal. Okay? She won't take any more damage, but she can be hit by vines, which will only break her seal. Then Scold, then E2 Elmo to the Watchtower, and Mind Flay Pope so he cannot use Render. All right, it does hit. So, oh, I took her out of her little truck there. All right, bam, we get that. We get Scold. That is going to give an absorption to Kel. Also going to light Watchtower number 4. Put that there. Put that there. Number 4 is lit. E2 Elmo to the Watchtower. They said that hit too. That'll be Watchtower number 5. Let's give them that Elmo for a little bit of extra points. All right. Movement. Vines. Scold. Gets the absorption back. Lights the Watchtower. E2 Elmo. Lights the Watchtower. Mind Flay is all good. Let's go over to... And Kel does have a hinder, but it didn't matter because it was going to the Watchtower. Let's go over to Gemstone from the O-Zone. 20 seconds, Gem. Before your move, though, Let me cap your boss as well. So we're going to give Jim 63 more for a Kang. Let's give Ark their second flag cap. 2 flags to 1. And we'll start your timer now, Jim. Easily beats the timer. She's going to move on down to their DZ over here by Riley. Boss to their chest. All right, Jim playing boss in 3 with cap in 5. F5 seismic to the watchtower. And going to revolt Kel to get rid of her top potion. So no T10 for Kel. We'll see if B-Dub minds if that seismic hits. All right. And keep in mind that the requirement of a seismic is to hit what? That was a trick question. All right, she lights a watchtower. Watchtower number 4. But the seismic does not flip anything because it has to hit a wall. So they do get watchtower number 4. But it is a specialty grenade, but it doesn't have a specialty effect unless it hits the wall. All right, so we are. Movement's good. Boss is good. Revolt is good. F5 seismic to the watchtower is good. Let's go over to Rover Riley from the DZ. 20-second timer, Riley. Timer's up. She beats the timer. Going to move to the tank zone. It's not far to go. Move her right there. Move to tank zone. Scold to Julia. Julia back-to-back scolds is down to 60% health. Samurai getting a absorption. MIR getting a 6th watchtower with the scold. Hits with an Elmo. MIR getting a 7th watchtower. And the Elmo points. All right, movement's good. Scold to Julia. Playing a Seal and Thrill. E2 Elmo and the render has already taken full effect, all done within the timer. Let's go over to Julia. Julia, start of your turn. Vine's going to take you down to 50%. 20-second timer. All right, she does play to Heal and Seal. That resolves. It'll resolve before the Vines. It would take her back to 70. Mythic Blitz to Dandy. F4 Elmo loaded to the wall and Revolt Kel. That would be maximum Revolt on Kel, which means she could not use a T10 or an H9. We'll start with the movement. Julia does go to the DZ, and she goes and grabs herself an absorption as well that Villar had put there for her. All right, move to the DZ, grab the absorption. Mythic Blitz to Dandy, heal and seal. F4 Elmo loaded to the wall with Revolt over to Kel. B-Dub does Blitz hit and does the Elmo hit. Julia has -3 hinder. She also has Dust Smoke. All right, B-Dub's going to prevent the Blitz. So Julia plays the Blitz. Dandy does not die. And the F4 is going to be nerfed down to an E1. The Dust Smoke is going to not only get rid of the mass destruction buff of 10, it's also going to take another 15 off of that Elmo. So it's going to be equivalent to an E1 Carnage. 80% blue. That wall, Julia, you do about half of what was left. You take it down to 40% blue. All right, MPC with a big prevention there. Let's go over to MPC. 20-second timer. We got MPC, Dow, and JJ. Timer's up. Does beat the Nerf timer, but not the regular timer. Everybody's been pretty good on timers, though, for the most part. Still doing well, everybody. Blaze to the wall. Going to use Legendary Morb. And you can't use it, B-Dub. So Legendary Morb cannot be used. Because of something that was typed at the end. Because you played a gear ability. And the gear abilities enact first. The requirement of Morb is to sacrifice all gear abilities, and Mass Destruction is a gear ability. Blaze to the wall. Mass Destruction 2. Dragon Smoke S8 Monster loaded to the wall. All right, so Blaze does hit and is going to break the ice block. Mass Destruction does hit. They get the credit for it. Dragon Smoke does relight the Dragon Stone. All right, Pet, Smoke, Grenade, Ability. NPC can still use legends this game, but just not that legend. All right, let's go over to Dow. 20-second timer to Dow. Timer's up. Gold Blitz to Dandy. E5 Wedding Crasher to the wall. Dow is in the tank, so he does get an E3. All right, going to Blitz to Pet. E5 Wedding Crasher to the wall with Ignite and Dragon Smoke. All right, Kel playing Sovereign Scepter is going to dissolve any attacking pet. Blitz just goes poof, disappears. Dragon Smoke will fizzle. Actually, Dragon Smoke will not fizzle. Dragon Smoke will kill Dandy. All right, so here's what happens. Blitz is going to get rid of Dandy. That doesn't work. Kel stops it. But the Dragon Smoke will be absorbed by Dandy. It just won't get rid of anything. So it's still dimmed. So B-Dub does the E8 Wedding Crasher hit. Dow's got one hinder, so it'd be an E7 Wedding Crasher with Ignite. All right, so the grenade hits. Blitz is gone. Dragon Smoke absorbed by Dandy. E8 Wedding Crasher from the tank. Got 40 blue left after mass destruction. Takes out the 40. Takes out the blue block. And takes out 50% of a red block. 50 red remaining. 3.5 red. All right, and the final move in the turn goes over to JJ. 20 seconds to JJ. Timer's up. Nerf timer incoming. Beats the Nerf timer. She's going to go boss to the side chest. JJ playing boss in 3 with cap in 5. Going to drop some fear smoke on Jim. Going to render Pope. All right, doesn't have them. And the fear smoke. All right, what's the play? What are we waiting on? All right, going to slide Shaw. So Karen is invisible. Or as we'd like for her team to refer to her as, Jim is invisible. All right. We'll leave her jersey there, but you can't see her. All right, JJ with the fear smoke and Jim in the DZ. Now this time is the opposite of last time. We've got Julian Pope on one side, and we got Jim on the other, so Jim is going to neutralize. So we got 25 for Arc, 0 for MIR. We got Dow getting a blessing. MIR 5 points for the straw man. Give a third halo to JJ. We'll give a halo for Gemstone. Halo for Julia. Halo for Pope. We're going to dim another Dragonstone. And we're going to dim one for MIR. All right, make sure we got the points right for everybody. And we will go to round 4, final round of the first half. Start out with Pope from the DZ. 20 seconds, Pope. Easily beats the timer. Going to Glacier his wall as a DI to go double damage. That's his legend. Dragon Smoke, T10 glitch loaded to the wall, and Revolt JJ. JJ, you cannot play a T10. Pope's got to leave the DZ. Put him down in the O zone. Or the no zone. All right, BW, you got a Glacier, which is going to freeze the wall. Potentially double damage. Dragon Smoke. T10 glitch grenade to the wall with Revolt. It hits. All right, and this is double damage. T10 glitch. Glitch is going to take that straw man, and it's going to light the straw man for Team Arc. That is going to break Pope's absorption. That wall did have the ability that MIR could not do any crazy stuff to it because of Valar's legend. And it is 3.5 that's dealing double damage because of the Glacier. Finishes off the red block. Takes the red block. And 25% of a red block. And then the double damage is the 25% of the red block. And the red block. Pope with a double damage, taking down slightly more than 3.5 blocks and getting a gold bar. I'm going to reset it. All right, after Pope, we got Kel from the O-Zone. Kel, 20-second timer. And Dragon Smoke is going to relight the DZ. 2 of 3 are relit. Timer's up. Nerf timer incoming. Beats both timers. She's good. She's going to move to their rover zone. Gonna have to leave her boat behind. Dandy to the O-Zone. Oh, sorry. Dandy to the O-Zone. Pet Repel. Lantern M7 Vapor Grenade. To their O-Zone Dragonstone. Nicely done. I love it. Shattered. All right, move to their rover. Dandy. Pet Repel. Lantern M7 Vapor. Obliterating their Dragonstone. Let's give Kel a second bullseye for Team MIR. And also 2 Dragonstones. That was pretty nice. That red vest comes in handy. Let's go over to Gemstone, who is invisible. Jim, you want to move or you want to pass? 20 seconds. She's going to play Dominari. Got it. Timer's up. Beats the timers. All right, Dominari, Kel. No second bullseye for you. You do still get the Dragonstone points. So you got 25 in bullseyes, but you still got 50 in the Dragonstones. Because the only thing they took away from you there was the PCP. All right, going to move to their tank zone. Mythic Gideon. Minus 28 for MIR. Seal and Thrill. All right, she's going to bestow their wall for 5%. And their wall has not been hit. So there's really nothing you can bestow. That black block is already 100%. So you do lose 5%. You have to pay the 5%. So Jim's health is 95. All right, movement's good. Mythic Gideon's good. Seal and Thrill. Seismic to the Watchtower. Bestow has half effect. Jim loses the life, but she tries to give it to the wall to rebuild a little bit, but it's fully rebuilt. So no effect. So let's light Watchtower number 5. 7 to 5. All right, let's go from Jim over to Riley. 20 seconds. We have Samurai, Julia MPC. Timer's up. Beats the timer. Riley's going to move to the rover zone. Arc Ice their wall. E3 Elmo to the Watchtower, and Kruger. Julia, does it hit? I'm going to start asking captains to give me the hits or wait if you can. When you guys read it, I'm going to pick up the pace just a little bit. All right, Kruger is going to put out this Watchtower. E3 Elmo to the Watchtower. It's going to like Watchtower number 8. Let's give her another Elmo. Movement, pet, smoke, Watchtower, and it's good. All right, from Samurai over to Julia from the DZ. Julia and an MPC. Beats the timer. Julia moving down the coast. To the bomber zone. Mythic Vessel, S6 Rapture to the wall. With Zulu and Vex. Zulu doubles the damage for her attack. She's in the rover, her first attack. Mythic Vessel is going to add additional rage. Vex is going to carry over rage if there's a player prevention used. That would go into effect on her next attack. Julia does have a -3 hinder B-dub. So the S6 is a 3, but the Mythic Vessel makes it a F4. And an F5. All right, Mythic Sonar from Kel and B-dub. Going double Mythic Sonar, so we're going to nerf this 40%. See what that's going to do. Because of the damage from the Zulu, the grenade launcher is going to double that. The sonars are going to be good, but it's definitely going to take out the black block. It's going to do a little more than that. All right, Mythic Vessel. We'll take her hinder down to 3, Vessel up to 5, double the grenade damage from Rapture, but then nerf it 40%. So you're adding 100%, then nerfing it, which is still going to hit harder than a Rapture. F4 Rapture is the equivalent to an F4 monster. Now, the Arc Ice is not resolved yet. So the Arc Ice is going to dissipate. If that would have resolved and had the absorption, might have been talking here. It is a stronger wall as well. And wait a minute, though. She's got Dust Smoke. Let me add the Dust Smoke, too. That's going to help. So we nerf the attack with Dust Smoke. It's not going to make it an F4 monster. It's going to make it an F4. Going to make it F4 Rapture. Just going to lose the extra. After the dust, after the 2 nerfs, but because she used the Zulu, it's It's a nice nerf, but we're asking a lot with that, with the Zulu as well. Black block, 30% of a green block. It's pretty good nerf overall, though. Still got the teardrop. But that's not bad. 70% green remaining. Had she not used the RPG, that would have been more than enough nerf to shut it down and have it less than a black block. All right, let's go over to the MPC. B-Dub. 20-second timer. And those of you watching, I know the players do, but those of you watching and don't know what Mythic Vessel does, it's upgraded Vessel. It attaches to her vehicle. She's in the rover, and it gives her 1 rage and temporary 3 rage. So it's a pretty good attack. So both were good. All right, we're going to Stone Scepter Julia. Cyborg Cyrus. Stasis to Dow. All right. So a few things are going to happen here. Stone Scepter is D10. Damage has to go through, so we'll get to that in a second. I'm going to put Stasis over to Dow. Cyborg Cyrus, we'll start with that. Let's get rid of 3 of those blocks. Black, green, and green. We are down to the blue. Move into the temple. E1 Elmo to the watchtower. All right, so I'm not sure what's happening tonight because there's just some stuff. All right. Presto is going to make Julia's rover disappear. It'll have nothing to do with a Stone Scepter. Nothing. So, if the rover disappears, which it does, and I have to play it this way, it'll temporarily blink so the rover cannot be targeted or stolen. So, legendary, make my rover disappear, nothing. It's still there. But at the same time, B-Dub played Stone Scepter. It has to hit for D10. Well, Julia has an absorption, and she also has a seal. So the D10 is not going to hit. So, to be honest, it's a waste of legends by 2 people. It's the only way I can say it. I mean, it may have been set up for that, but that's fine. Now, the D10, remember, absorption is a percent. So the D10 still goes through. Breaks her absorption, but when it goes through, it hits her seal. And the damage breaks her seal. So the Scepter fizzles, the Cyborg hits, the Stasis hits, and Julia uses Presto to make her vehicle disappear for no reason. Elmo lights up. B-Dub plays E1 Elmo to the watchtower. There are 2 watchers on the watchtower. So the Elmo hits, but it doesn't make the requirement of S6 in order to light the final watchtower. So we give her the Elmo points, but not the final watchtower. That's about the craziest move as you're ever going to see from B-Dub and Julia. All right, let's go over to Dow. Dow, stop the madness. 20-second timer. You do have a stasis, but you are in a tank. We might be drinking before this game's over. Did not beat the timer. Did beat the Nerf timer. E6 Rapture loaded to the wall from Patton. He's going to Vex for Rage. Does hit. Rapture's going to have no effect because that wall's already teardropped. E6, 7, 8, 9 with Mass Destruction. He's got a point of hinder. Let's make it an S8. From his rocket launcher, we'll make it S9 again. And again, it is a stronger wall. But we're 70 green, S9 Rapture. Mass Destruction, going to make it Goliath. Takes out the 70 green. Takes out a green and takes 10% of a blue. I got 90 blue remaining, and that did include his tank. Let's go from Dow over to JJ. Bring us home, JJ. Don't do it, JJ. Don't do it. Oh, she didn't do it. Okay. Beats the timer. Kruger, S7 Elmo to the watchtower. Julia does a hit. It hits JJ with watchtower number 9 and also using Kruger to take them from 4 back to 3. So Kruger's going to put that out. And let's take that from there and take Arc back down to 3. JJ with the watchtower, we're going to give her a Torch 6 award for that 9th watchtower. Now that's some points there. Bonus 100 as well. Nicely done, JJ. Captains, give me your subs for round 5. Let's have some fun, guys. We got good gameplay, some head scratchers, and some mistakes all the way around. From me to you, everywhere. But we're playing this thing out and having some fun. 3 rounds remaining. Pope heading out. Come on down, Busy. I'm going to give JJ Halo number 4. I'm also going to give MIR 25 for the DZ. Arc 0. I'm going to give MPC a blessing. I'm going to give Dow a blessing. I'm going to give Arc 5 points for a straw man because they flipped it. We're going to get rid of Julia's Lingering Smoke. We're also going to get rid of Dow's Passive Stasis. Remember, they go away at halftime. Dow's Tank is gone. Riley's Rover is gone. Julia's Rover is gone. Shaman heading to the Ozone. Chilling with Dandy. All right, it should look pretty good. All right, B-Dub coming back in for MPC. Fly going to the Ozone. We already got B-Dub's buffs. We need Busy, Fly Rod, and the Shaman. There we go. We got everybody's buffs. So we will cap Pope's Boss to start it out. Boss cap number 3 for Team Arc. All right. Have fun, everybody. Remember, timers are still active. We're doing well. Keep up the pace. Busy B from the... Where are you, Busy? There you go. From the DZ, Busy B, 20 seconds. Easily beats it. She's going to go Boss to Main Street. Busy playing Boss in 5. We cap in 7. Busy B going to use Cape of Craven. Turn into a Ninja. Going to drop a Seal. Elmo to the Watchtower with Mass Destruction. B-Dub. How do you feel about it? It does hit. No, I didn't. Hang on a second. JJ, you got a pet out. Hold on, JJ. I'm about to challenge you because you played Kruger and you have a pet out. All right, so I have to go back. JJ, would you like to play a passive or a scoring pet? All right, she's going to play Watcher. So, Ark, I'm going to give you your 4th watchtower back. So this flame will go up here. Kruger was an illegal play. She has boss out. So you're still at 4. And she's going to play Watcher, so I'm going to give MIR 5 points. And I'm also going to up the requirement for this watchtower. Arc, if you hit it again, cost you F5 to light it. All right. Julia, give me a 999 if you understand what just happened. All right, so we're good to go there. All right, so we got Busy's turn. Busy got her boss out. Ninja, Watchtower, Mass Destruction. And Busy. You're going to have to pay F5. So just type F5 if you're going to pay it. I see S6 if needed, but it's an F5. Because Busy typed her move before. We clarified that. All right, so F5 is going to light Watchtower number 5 for Busy B. All right, Andy Elmo. We are good to go. Kel, continue to madness. 20-second timer, Kel. We're still learning. Hey, we're 4 years in. We're still learning. It's all good. Timer's up. All right, Kel's going to move to their tank zone. Over there with Dow. Move their tank zone. Ward to Fly Rod. Put that ward there. Seal and Thrill. F5 Mighty Mike loaded to their wall and going to shatter her own wall. Let's take 25% off that wall. I got 2.75. Julia, F5 Mighty Mike to your wall. It does hit. That was 90% blue. It's not anymore. That's a full blue. And we're actually going to rebuild Kel with 1 hinder. It's going to make it F4. We're going to add her mass destruction damage onto that. And we're actually going to build back a green block. So they get the percentage of blue that was missing and a full green block to go along with it. And she also shattered her own as well. Let's go over to Cap Gemstone's boss. I've got flag number 4 for Team Arc. Jim, after we cap flag number 4, we're going to go to your timer. 20-second timer starts now. We got Gemstone, Samurai, Julian, B-Dub. Timer's up. Beats the timer. She's going to move to their rover zone. Diagonal movement over there with Samurai. Going to put Dust Smoke on B-Dub. Going to use the Wand of Gale. There are no boats in play, so the Wand of Gale cannot be played. Doesn't have a valid target. And you can't play it to take the wand out of play, to use it for an air wand. So there is no Wand of Gale. Rover Zone, Dust to B-Dub, Blaze to Strawman, and Render Flynn. Not sure who Flynn is, but we're going to render him. Probably Fly Rod. All right, Flynn. Sacrifice 2 pets. In like Flynn. Isn't Flynn Chevy Chase? All right, so Fly Rod, give us 2 you're going to get rid of. He's got Cinco and Cinder. All right, movement's good, dust is good, no wand play, Blaze, and a Render. And no attack because B-Dub locked in hits. All right, let's go from Gemstone over to Samurai. 20-second timer. There are no boats. There are no boats to dock. Show me a boat, and I'll let it stay docked. Submarine is not a boat. It's a submarine. All right, beats the timer. Thraxis to B-Dub. Going to give her a +3. Going to move to the bomber zone. Dragon Smoke. Light up that final Dragon Stone. Shatter the wall. Take it down to 50 blue. All right, Thraxis is good. Movement's good. Going to summon Rod. And S6 Goliath to the wall. Gold blue from Gemstone. First blue of the game for Team Arc. Gold is going to break Riley's absorption. War Dragon, movement, pet, smoke, Goliath, shutdown, and a shatter. All right, let's go from Samurai over to Julia, 20 seconds from the Rover Zone. And no, please don't change anything in the database. It is exactly as intended. Move to the O Zone. Dragon Smoke. Boss. Played in 5, would cap in 7. M7 Elmo loaded to the wall. With Rampage. 7, 8, 9. S9 Elmo to the wall, B-dub. And it hits. All right, Dragon Smoke is going to get rid of Dandy. So Dandy's gone. And the grenade hits. $70 green. Green block. Blue block. Julia has a -3 hinder. Makes an S6. That's it. That's all you get. Stops right there. Let's go over to B-dub. B-dub, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. B-dub going to move to the temple. Drop a seal. F5 Goliath loaded to the wall. Going to shatter it as well. I got 25% of a blue block now after shatter. F5 Goliath. All right. Dow using his second final legendary. Going to pain that to the wall. So it is going to hit. Half the damage is going to go over to the other side. Now, MIR's on a weaker wall than Arc, so it won't be apples to apples. But we're going to add the mass destruction to it. $25% of a blue block. Takes out to 25. Takes out a blue block. Takes out 75% of a blue block. We're still at 25%. 2 full blocks for B-Dub. Nice shot. 4 red and 1 quarter for Team MIR. All right, go from B-Dub over to Dow from the tank zone. 20 seconds, Dow. Beats the timer easily. Move to the temple, E7 Wedding Crasher. Adding Thrill Smoke. Talon Julia to the rover zone. And Shatter. I'll start with a Shatter and take you to 75 blue. It's got a -1 hinder. S6 Wedding Crasher. Thrill Smoke makes it a E7 after all. It balances. E7 Wedding Crasher. Samurai going to Judas that over to the other side. I'm going to Talon Julia down to the rover zone. Julia, they're going to redirect it. Hits or wait. You with us, Julia? You are captain tonight? There we go. Wait. Gold blue from Julia. Second blue of the game. Both teams burning them down to 1. Gold from the gold blue is going to break Riley's seal. So Dow was throwing it. Samurai redirecting it. Julia is stopping it. Let's go from Dow over to JJ. All right, so we've got a boss cap from JJ at the start of her turn. That is 4 bosses to 2. JJ, you're up. 20 seconds. JJ, Shaman, and Fly Rod. Up. See ya, Dow. Splash. Ah. Defender of the universe. All right. Dow out of the temple. JJ with a wave award. Submarine. All right. JJ beat the timer as well. Splashing Dow out. He cannot. MIR, can you confirm there's 3 blues used? I have 2 on the board. So if I missed one, I'm okay with it being 3. I just want MIR to confirm it. All right. It is 3. All right. And we have, do we confirm that MIR has 1 left? Perfect. And MIR should have one. Awesome. All right. Good stuff. Good self-challenge, Julia. Appreciate you guys keeping up. All right. So after JJ, let's go over to the Shaman from the Ozone, 22nd Sheila. Sheila and then the champ. Beats the timer. She's going to hop in the turret. Blaze to Strawman. Banish wand, busy. Nirvana wands are off the board. Torment to Kel. Mass Destruction. 14. S6 Goliath to the wall. B-Dub, we got a Blaze to a Strawman and an S6 Goliath to the wall. After the turret, we're looking at S8. Fly Rod going Judas it. All right, so the Blaze, we're going to light Strawman number 3. Take 10 points of damage to the Shaman. Got an S6 Goliath, 7-8. Julia. Fly is going to redirect that. We'll just have Fly Ride type Judas in chat. Julia says wait on the Goliath. Shaman's going to prevent it. So we basically got a Blaze, waiting on Fly Rod to confirm his Judas, and Sheila's using a prevention. There it is. All right, appreciate that. And now we will kick it over to Fly Rod. 20-second timer, Fly Rod. Final move of round 5. Did not beat the timer. Nerf timer incoming. %, nerf. We may need him to refresh. I'm going to hold off on his nerf for a second because his Judas was way late. So he might be running a couple minutes behind. So we can get his move in and just have him F5 and refresh. There it is. All right, so Fly Rod is going to get in the turret, torment to Jim. Turret is good. Torment over to Jim. Drake grenade launcher, S8 loaded to the wall. Going to render Sheila. Get rid of 2 scoring pets if you have them, Sheila. If you don't, we know what you might be getting rid of. Julia hits her weight. Mythic Kang, there you go. That's what he was after. So Sheila got to sacrifice her Kang. Julia says, wait on the Goliath. All right, going to go with the Mythic Sonars. Double Mythic Sonar. Yeah, I can't get the balls to chest because they already locked in weight. Turret is good. Torment's good. Grenade launcher is good. Render is good. Double Mythic Sonars. 40% nerf. Going to turn into a S6. Carnage after mass destruction. S6 lithium equivalent. 25 blue. Wrong wall. 25 blue. Red block. 60% red. 40 red remaining. I got 2.4 red. All right, and that's the end of round number 5. At the end of round number 5, we will go to Dragonstorm, which Arc did not qualify for because an ejection bomb early in the game cost them the ability to build back. We'll see if that gives MIR a huge advantage with Dragonstorm. At the end of the round, we do have B-Dub grabbing a blessing. Arc, none. Strawman, I've got 3, 15 for Arc. 0 for MIR. DZ, JJ stacking them up. Number 5 Halo for JJ. Busy says, give me in the Halo game. And DZ was 25-25. All right, Gemstone. Sieging, 100-point siege bonus for Gemstone. Congratulations. Kel. Sieging. 100 points for Kel. All right, we are in Dragonstorm. We will get a die roll. 4-sided die to see how much extra rage MIR will have. This might be doubly important because, remember, Torment doesn't affect how much rage you get from Dragonstorm. So MIR's hoping for a big number here. Four-sided die. What are we going to get? It is a 3. It is a 3. That's a nice rage bonus. See if MIR can make a little bit of noise. All right, round number 6. Let's start out. Busy Bee. No Dragon Storm for Team Arc. 20-second timer. All right, beats the timer. Gonna sub-splash B-Dub. All right, B-Dub is washed out of the temple. She cannot re-enter it. Busy Bee with a wave award. All right, subs are off the board. Quick move. Let's go over to Kel from the tank zone and Tormented. 20-second timer, Kel. Timer's up. Beats the timer. She's going to move into the temple. No one can blame her for that. From the temple. Tormented, though. Bane to their wall. She's going to send some Torment over to Julia. I'm going to take her Torment because we know it'll drop off shortly anyway. I'm going to put that right there on Julia. Monster loaded to the wall with Rampage. We'll start out with the Bane. Bane is going to rebuild the rest of that block. Was 75 blue. It is now 100% blue. So that's 2 full blue blocks with Bane. Monster with Rampage. That is a F4 Monster Grenade. Julia. It hits. Move Riley's Roadrunner over there. It's 40 red. Take down to 40 red. And we take 70% to go to, after mass destruction, we take 80% to go to 20 red. 1.2 red walls remaining. Not bad for a tormented attack. Let's go over to Gemstone, who's also tormented. Jim, 20-second timer to you. Beats the timer. Oh, the old Euclid. She broke out the Euclid on Samurai. And a Torment to JJ. This is a double whammy. Torment. She is a pet. Therefore, she cannot have a pet. Rod goes beep, beep, zibang. And what are we turning Samurai into? into a boss. And all right, so we're going to move Jim into range. Dark Nolan is played for next round. Or Torment will drop off after this round. Oh, she actually moved to the temple. My bad. She did clarify. So to the temple. Temple, turn Riley to a boss. Torment JJ. Dark Nolan, Monster to the wall, loaded with Rampage and the Torch Wand. Torch Wand, are you going to double the straw man? You have control of it. For now, are you going to double it or think that MIR might get control and have it as 0? She's going to double it. So whatever straw man points they get this time will be doubled with the red wand. You always have the choice because you never know. Somebody could take over the wall or the straw man. And let's make that a E1 monster. %60 of a blue block. I got Arc back down to 40. So I got 1.4 blue over on the right side. We go over to Samurai. We skip Samurai, but she does get credit for her timer. A timely Euclid. And let's go over to Julia from the Rover Zone. Julia's tormented. 20 seconds. Double Euclid and a Dragon Storm. Going to Kamuri to the Ozone. Going to Sirs. B-Dub with the Sly Shaw, baby. Bye, Euclid. Seal and Thrill. B-Dub putting the Okie Doke. Absorption. Julia with the double absorption. So Kamuri's good. Sirs gets rid of all her hinders. Going to turn Bonnie to a boss. She says, nope, I'm out. Give her the Seal and Thrill. And gavel loaded. Does the grenade hit B-Dub? And remember, Julia is a -3 hinder, so the Rampage and the Thrill do nothing because she's still in the negative. So it is just going to be a regular gavel that is going to hit. And we will finish off after their mass destruction. That pesky blue wall has been there for a little while. Just the one block, though. Not the blue, not all of them. Boom. That 40% is gone. Dragon Storm is rough, y'all. All right, let's go over to B-Dub. B-Dub, you're invisible. You like to pass, or you going to get back into the game? B-Dub did lose her Dust Smoke. She also lost her Seal. So she has no buffs, negative or positive. $20-second timer. Timer's up. Man, I think Bonnie likes being invisible. Bonnie, you gonna come join us? You gonna move around a little bit? $10 nerf. There she is. All right, she's going to go Ancient for that hinder effect. Sorry, for her double her mass destruction. Gold Blitz to Dark Nolan. All right, B-Dub. F4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She's got 3 working from Riley. So we're looking at an S10 and double her mass destruction. And Thrill makes an S11 monster, double mass destruction, and a Gold Blitz. Julia says, wait. All right, Busy going to prevent it. Gold Blitz hits, correct? All right. Jim's Nolan is gone. The grenade, the superpower grenade is stopped. Let's go from B-Dub over to Dow. Just outside the temple, 20 seconds Dow. We got Dow, JJ, Sheila, and Flyrod. Timer's up. Can't move back into the temple. You can move back to the temple steps because your teammate is on one side, Kel's on the other. So Dow at the temple steps. Going to send Torment over to Flyrod. Blaze to Strawman, F5 Wedding Crasher to the wall. Blaze going to like Strawman number 4. We'll see how B-Dub feels about that F5 Wedding Crasher. She says, wait. All right, we're going to Phantom Cape. So no Torment for Fly Rod. And everything else hits. The grenade hits. And Dow does have one hinder, so it will make it a F4 Wedding Crasher. After mass destruction, we do get the blue block, slight bit of carryover from the Rapture. Takes out the red block, and that carryover is 5%. So I've got 2.95. All right, go from Dow over to JJ. JJ, 20 seconds to you. Go to DZ Portal. Dune to Strawman. Arc Ice to their wall. Max Spark to Dow. Denim to Strawman. Dune puts out 1. Denim puts out 2. JJ lowering that score. Max Spark to Dow. Let's slow him down. Put him right there. Portal, Dune, Arc Ice, Max Spark, and Denim, all good, all done within the timer. Let's kick it over to the Shaman. Shaman, 20 seconds from the turret. Timer's up. Summon Grizz to fly. Super Thrill Smoke. H9 Monster loaded to the wall with some Shatter. Shatter's going to take you down to 70 red. 2.7 red. B-Dub, I got 9, 10, 11. Let's see, 9. 3 is 12, 13, 14. S14 Monster from the Shaman. Definitely waiting on that one. Samurai going to intervene the Grizz. And gold blue from Fly Rod. All right, final blue of the game. And the gold from the gold blue is going to take the Shaman down to 70. And the final move of round 6, Fly Rod. "20-second timer. That is true. B-Dub. Samurai is a boss. Do we have another prevention that we can use instead of Riley? All right, Kel going to use her intervene. H9 Lithium, Super Thrill. All right, Julia, we got Fly Rod with a H9, 10, 11, 12. Going to Talon B-Dub to the DZ. Does it hit? Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 after Dragonstorm. It does hit, and it obliterates. Obliterates the wall. Fly Rod with a gold bar. Let's rebuild it. Fly Rod, you might have beat the Dominari curse. There's no Dominaris left for you. Fly Rod, celebrate that gold bar. All right, that is the final move of round 6. Captains, give me your final 4. I've got a Ace Award for the Shaman. I got an Ace Award for Fly Rod. Jumpstone with a blessing. Kel with a blessing. B-Dub with a halo. Busy with a second halo. 6th halo for JJ. DZ, 25 MIR, 0 arc. Strawman, 10 arc, 0 MIR. Julia, congratulations on getting the Occupy. All right, remember, start of Riley's turn. Or start of round 6. Normally, Euclid would last until the start of a player's turn. But because we're going into round 7, legendary effects wear off. So at the start of round 7, because Riley is in the game, she won't be a boss. You're right. Lithium should have went out, and we should be at 2.7. And that damage was gone from the Arc Ice as well. All right. Let's try this again. $2.7 on that side. All right, should be good, JJ, right? Full wall on one side, 2.7 on the other. All right, so we got Busy, Jim, Julia, and Dow. Samurai will bump up one spot. B-Dub will bump up one spot. JJ will bump up one spot. And Fly Rod will stay where he's at. So the order is going to be Busy, then Riley. No, their teardrop was gone with the last grenade attack. All right, so it's going to be Busy, Riley, Jim, B-Dub, Julia, JJ, Dow, and Fly Rod. Yeah, it did have a teardrop, but they had hit it before that. All right, so we're going to start out, and Busy, we're going to cap your boss at the start. That's boss number 5. And let's go to Busy. 20 seconds. Busy from the DZ. Timer's up. Gold Kang to Julia's boss. Busy playing Gold Kang. Could be worth 55. H9 Goliath. She's going to move out of the DZ. Get in wall range. Going for the big hit. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 with Shatter. So that's going to give me 2.4 blocks remaining. B-Dub, we got a S14. She says wait. Samurai, and remember, she is not a boss. any longer. So she's got the intervene. And we will go over to Samurai. 20 seconds for you from the bomber zone. Timer's up. Oh, I think Riley is falling a little behind here too. Let's have Riley refresh and get her move in. She's usually pretty quick, but that was pretty late on the intervene. And everybody else, if it's not your turn, just F5 for us. Remember, we are live. We got a lot of moving graphics, so just make sure to refresh often. All right, Riley going to Kamuri to the O-zone. I guess I should get the other players out of the game, too. It's been nice, Sheila, but I got to move you out. It's been nice, Kel, but we got to move you out. Vines to Jim. Myers to Jim. It doesn't matter if Myers flies or not. Because Myers going to hit and immediately have that effect. So Vines is good. Myers is good. H9 Rapture loaded to the wall. All right. Insania from Dow. All right, Vines to Jim. Get rid of her seal. Myers hits. It's going to make grenades stick to her hands. H9 Rapture loaded to the wall. They're going to lower it by 3. B-Dub's going to play in Talia. She's going to bump it up by 2. So it is going to make it a 9 down to 6. A 6 back up to 8. 8 Rapture with their mass destruction is going to make it a H8 down to 6, back up to 8. Goliath. S8 Goliath is going to hit. Rapture is going to give us a teardrop. MIR final round, finally breaking through Ark's defenses. Black, green, and green. 3 blocker for Samurai. And a teardrop. Would have been worse had they not had Insania. All right. Gemstone under the effect of Myers. And you have 20 seconds. All right, peel MIRs, which you can. However, when you peel MIRs, you can only attack. No Faust, no Spark, no Thrill, no ability. H9 Monster is all you get. The potion is a byproduct of the attack. So B-Dub, everything else is irrelevant for Jim. The only thing she can play is an H9 Monster because she peeled the MIRs. Hits, H9 Monster. 2.4 after mass destruction, 14. 2.4. It's equivalent to almost a H9 Grizzly. .4, taking down the 4. Taking down the block. And 60% of a red block. No, the extra smokes would have gotten it. I got 40 red remaining in the stronger wall. 40 red still on the board. Less than half a block up there. Let's go from Jim over to B-Dub. 20-second timer, B-Dub. We got B-Dub, Julia, JJ, Dow, and Flyrod. Timer's up. Beats the timer. We go Faust to JJ, move to the temple. Remember, Faust will target her highest. It'll only target one thing at a time. And that'll be determined by whichever is her highest. So 10% bonus. S8 Goliath, patent loaded, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Julia going to intervene it. Let's go from Julia. I'm sorry, B-Dub, over to Julia. Julia is going to cap a boss and a Kang. That is Busy's Kang for 55. Boss number 6. 20 seconds, Julia. Talon Busy to the DZ. It's going to shatter the block. It's going to take it down to 15 blue. B-Dub, you got a whole lot of grenade and 15 of a red block remaining. But it is a lithium. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. S12 lithium. Probably the biggest hit for 15% of a wall ever, but got to do what you got to do. Julia with a gold bar. Second wall for Team Arc. Make sure I build the right block this time. We did. And let's go from Julia over to the captain, JJ. 20 seconds, JJ. Let's light up that straw man number 2 with the lithium. We've now put one out and lit one. Might be the first time we've ever had 2 lithiums do a douse and a relight. Blackout wand. Says, no more DZ points. I got this. Move in range. Gonna go Faust to Samurai. Get back-to-back Faust plays. Get those bonuses. S9, 10, 11, 12, 13. S13 Monster Julia. Dow with the prevention. And then there were 2. Saving those preventions. Both teams really, really good at that. Let's go to Dow. Dow, final move for Team Arc. 20 seconds. We got Dow and then we got Fly Rod. Timer's up. Did not beat the timer, but he did beat the Nerf timer. Gonna go red Faust to Julia. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, Wedding Crasher to the wall, B-Dub. JJ with the prevention, shutting Dow down at the end. Nicely done. And Fly Rod, bring us home, Fly Rod. 20-second timer. All things considered, we still finished at 11:30. You guys played great tonight and certainly picked up the pace. Timers were good. We got Thrill Smoke, Faust to Riley. So we'll use a 10% on a second category for Samurai. Julia, anything for the last one? It hits. All right, let's take down 25% of that blue with the shatter. Fly Rod, 7, 8, 9. You guys have seen wall number 2, so watch the damage, take it down. After mass destruction. Blue block, blue block, blue block, And a little bit of carryover. Just enough is going to take down the red block. Fly rod, nicely done. Time to rapture, perfect. Good job, everybody. Great job. Fun match. Good to be a part of it. We were all a little sloppy in the middle, but we picked it up, and you guys kept playing through everything, so good times. Give me a couple minutes. I'm going to take a look and see what we got left. Let's give a blessing to Gemstone. Let's give a blessing to B-Dub. Nobody getting a Temple Orb tonight. Let's give 10 points to Ark, 0 for MIR. No points for the DZ. Samurai up there with 150 points for sieging. Both teams getting siege and occupy tonight. And we'll get calculations for everybody, and let's count down these blessings. I think it's going to help both teams. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for MIR. Check it out. That's going to get the walls close because MIR's taking down 3. And then rebuilding it. And then taking down 3 more. On the other side, we're taking down 6. And that's the second wall for Team MIR. So we'll take down these 6 blocks, but it does not get Ark into the red. So it doesn't help them too much unless you get down into the red. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 2 walls to 2 walls. We know that Ark had a flag advantage, but we know that MIR had a straw or a watchtower advantage. So let's go do a little bit of math. Great job, both teams, and certainly well fought. Give me 5 minutes, and I'll come back, and I'll tell you who won tonight's game. All right, everybody, we're back. Couple different ways that this one went down. It was a good match. Going to surprise you because there were high points in some areas, and then it sort of shifted a little bit. We'll start out. Big domination. MIR missed a couple opportunities with the flags. I think we saw we're kind of like, there's another flag that could have been capped there. They missed one toward the end, but overall, you look at ARC with flags, strong flag game. ARC had the mistake early on with the new Wicked boss. But ARC, big advantage with flags, 600-point advantage. MIR only able to cap 2, ARC able to get 6. So 600, how's MIR going to chop that away? Well, he started making a strong run with the walls. So the walls, it was kind of lopsided, and MIR put the pressure on the Dragon Storm and it carried over a little bit. ARC managed to squeak out a wall victory, but they were up by a full wall at one point. It was only 700 to 625. So at that point, you're looking at ARC with about a 675-point lead. Get to Strawman. MIR had a little momentum with Strawman. They had 10 points early, but then ARC flipped it. Not a huge difference here. ARC did get the advantage, 40 to 10. Go to Kang's. ARC, because they had more flags out, able to play more bosses. They also had more players tonight. MIR short a couple of players. They've had that happen a couple times this season. No excuses, but, you got a red wedding, short a player. It is tough, and especially with Kang's 254 to 189. But Siege and Occupy, 250 to 250, toe-to-toe. Both teams had a good strategy. Where it got mixed up a little bit, which I thought was cool, was the Watchtower. MIR able to get 325, ARC able to get 125. There's a 200-point advantage. So that big, 600-point lead now is kind of chopped away a little bit. DZ, 125 to 75. There's another 50 points. Dragonstones. MIR able to shatter a couple Dragonstones. 50 points in Dragonstones, and ARC was not able to rebuild the second one. So now you can see where the points started to shift. Timers, ARC with a slight advantage in timers. ARC missed 2, MIR missed 4. Overall, at this point, with just the core things added down, you had ARC at 2774, MIR at 2284. But then we get to the PCP points. PCP points are going to be important because MIR dominated in PCP points. In fact, one second. Excuse me one second. All right, sorry, I'm back. PCP points. We had MIR, Gold Bar, Cannonball, Tire, Wave, Torch. Couple of Bullseye, but one was taken away, so they got 25. Ace Award, 100 points in PCP DZ, and then the bonuses on top of those. So MIR able to get 400 points in PCP, and then they got another 30 points. Sorry, not the Torch Award. The 9 award. The 9 award. Gold Bar, Cannonball, Tire, no Torch, 9 Ace, PCP DZ. We didn't get to 6 Strawman, so no Torch. So MIR, after the bonuses, 430 added on top of it. Go over to ARC. ARC had 2 gold bars, Cannonball, Tire, Wave Award, Ace Award, but 50 DZ. And that was split with Busy Bee and Valar for only 250. So MIR able to shift that 150 points. Then we get to the extras. We had 97 points for that LSW, JJ. Then we had a Watcher, Elmos, 7 Elmos, and then the Mythic Gideon deducted for a net 144 Team MIR. So we had 2284, 430, 144. But over on the other side with Ark, 7 Elmos, Red Watcher, Chromica, Watcher, Dark Boss, and we had the minus from the Gold Gideon to give Ark a net of 96. So Ark 2774, 250, 96. Ark winning it by a little more than a flag, 31-20 to 28-58. I got to tell you, it felt like a bigger difference at one point in the game, and MIR made a huge run. So all things considered, I think both teams left some points on the table. But Ark playing at home with the Red Wedding, the extra legendary, winning 31-20 to 28-58. So a couple 100-point victory. I think both teams played really good at times. They mixed it up, and it was always fun when you get into a different style of match. So great job, everybody. Way to play fast, way to play hard, and I enjoyed it, and I think all of you guys enjoyed watching. If you guys are here for it, give me a 999 in chat. We're taking tomorrow off. We will be back. Who knows what type of match we're going to do on Wednesday night. That's totally up to Vox. We will announce that, and we'll see you all then. Have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.